Hi and welcome to another episode of UWE Buzz Podcast. Today we have our Student Union President, Kolawole Samuel Olure with us. Welcome to the podcast, Sam.
Thank you.
Sam, to get to know you better, could you kindly let us tell something about yourself?
Okay, thank you. I am Olure Kolawole Samuel, just as you have said, and I am from Nigeria, West Africa. I studied environmental health here at UWE, master's level. Yeah, so that's a brief introduction about myself.
Oh, nice. So you completed your master's now.
Yes,
your graduation is done.
Yeah, my graduation, funny enough, my graduation is few weeks to come, 21st of
Congratulations,
Thank
Sam.
you very much.
The reason why, as you know, why we have started the podcast again is because to bridge the gap between us at the student union, at this other staff community at UWE Bristol with the students, so that students and staff get to know everyone well and why we are working for and with the student community. So I'll ask this. Can you tell us about your first few months at Student Union as Student Union President, and what have been the challenges and the highlights of first, let's say, 4 months?
Yeah, the first 1 month was about how to get things going, because it was really difficult having to know many things, having to know this, know that. It was very difficult. And the second challenge was trying to know how to kickstart our manifestos and trying to know how to get things working and the likes.
Yeah. So setting up the manifesto and then completing the manifesto at the end of the year is a key point, because we ran on these manifestos and students voted in large numbers on these manifestos. So what are the key areas in your manifesto that you are working on, or you already worked, or you are working throughout this year?
Yeah, my main priority is the cost of living, especially about accommodation crisis that is eating everybody hard. So that's my main key priority, and my second priority is the employability. What next after UWE? Then how we can get things going, how we can go into the labor workforce, and how to kickstart things going. So that's my second major priority for the year.
So key things you spoke about: cost of living and accommodation. So Bristol, as we know, is majorly a student city, and one of the key pressing issues in Bristol is the accommodation crisis, as we all know. So how is the student union working to address this issue, and what steps have you taken as the student union to support students in finding affordable and suitable housing?
First of all, we did organize a live section before students moving for the academic year, for both home students and international students, telling them things to know before they move in about accommodation. You should begin to look for accommodation, especially for international students, because it's really different, because we get our houses online here. So we make sure we put them through. And when they come here also, we had our advice centers. They've been really helpful. And the accommodation services in the university also, they've been very supportive and helpful. So we've been signposting students, making sure everybody's been attended to as early as possible as it comes in.
Yeah.
So yes, and we've been using this student pad, which has been going on, which we bring in private investors and private landlords in, where students can actually search the kind of house they want. So it has really been helpful.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So students has been, we know it's an ongoing issue. The accommodation, there's no solution or answer for accommodation crisis, but hopefully all students have a shelter at the moment. Another key area that you mentioned was cost of living crisis. So the cost of living crisis at the moment is affecting many students. So how is the student union advocating for more affordable living cost, and what initiatives are in place at the student union or around the campus to alleviate the financial burdens of our students?
Yeah, presently we are having and doing community ladder for every student, which is randomly open so that everybody can benefit in it. And even we as a president, we've put it in place as ourselves to also give back to the community by taxing ourselves to do more from it, which is being led by you yourself. So that has been things we've been doing, and we are still also open to doing more things for students, like swap clothes and the like. So there are many things we've been doing.
Are these facilities you mentioned, the community larder, the cost of free meals, as you mentioned, all these things are only on Friendship campus, or how is it? Is it on all campuses?
Yeah, it's on all campuses. So different. So it's on campus. We have free meal. We have bring your own cup, where people take coffee and tea.
Okay.
So yeah, we have all things across all the campuses we have.
So that's nice, because students from across our other campuses, such as Glenside and city campuses, can also, other than Friendship, can also have access all these cost of living free stuff. That's amazing stuff from the union.
Thank you.
What are the key priorities or projects you are currently working on as a student union president, and how are they benefiting the student community? Of course, other than the accommodation and the cost of living thing that you said.
Yeah, just as I have said earlier on, it's our major priority, which is also priority for all our presidents, is the cost of living and how we can improve the existing program, like the community ladder, bring your own cup, and free meals that has been ongoing. And another thing is how to make sure students are being informed about accommodation before they move into UWE or any part of the world, even within the UK. Before you move in, making sure everybody gets a lot of information before moving in, and trying to promote students part also. And as at present, I am happy to still tell us that we still have students accommodation in Gloucester and Cheltenham for students who still need services. Yes,
so it's outside Bristol.
Yes,
but then there are accommodation available.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure a few students who might be living in other major cities would be happy to hear that. Are there any upcoming events or campaigns or initiatives student union that's doing that students should be excited about or looking forward?
Yes. We have so many. We have personal projects by our presidents, and we have the students union project also. Like we just did Black History Month, which I was also co-lead in the Black History Month, which was successful and it was really exciting. And we have Disability Month coming up again, which you yourself will be championing and leading with every other president also. And we have exam distress also coming up. We have this big celebration coming up that's myself and VP Society and communicating will be working on, and myself, which is in person of Bethel. We'll be working on diversity, cultural events. So we have so many lots of things coming up. And for individual yourself, you're working on welfare festival, which is a very great idea, which is one of its kind, and I love the initiative about how students can be heard and be supported. Yeah, so students should actually watch out and keep an eye on us promoting stuff. I'm
pretty sure students will be excited to hear about this thing said. You are working with Vice President Societies and Communications Bethel Diversity Day. I'm pretty sure a lot of our students who are in diversified cultures, people who are diverse in different ways, will be actually happy and be looking forward for that. I hope we put out the things out there and students attend these events. Student engagement and representation are important aspects of student union. So if just like the way we ran the election and we became the presidents, we are representing the student voice. So how does your team ensure that the voices and concerns of UWE students are heard and addressed effectively?
Yeah, that's a very important question, because we are here for student representation and student voices, and the most important thing is how student voices have been heard. Just recently we did Speak Week, where students can actually talk about how they feel about the student union and the school itself, and we're also promoting other personal events, like myself going out to listen to students, what they need, what they care what they care, like that is main changes they want. So, and other presidents also have been really keen on listening to student voices and appropriately how it can be forwarded to the necessary team to handle that.
Thank you. Speak Week, I think, has given us a lot of feedbacks from student community. Hopefully, we are able to, because this is a way of us listening to them, their concerns, their needs, and necessities. So now, one of the last questions: in what ways is the student union collaborating with other student organizations, local authorities, local councillors, the city council itself, and community partners to address the various issues affecting the students in our UWE community?
Yes, thank you. Just yesterday, I had yesterday and the day before yesterday, I had Councillor Tom. I invited him here so that we could talk about cost of living and housing, because he's in charge of housing here in Bristol.
Okay.
Yes, and we talked at length. And we have this Bristol Living Commission, which the government, myself, and other universities like Bristol University, we come in to say student concern and how we can work about towards it, and how. So there are so many campaigns we're doing, and recently we're working also on transportation.
Yeah, key issue that I'm pretty sure a lot of students would be interested to hear. Please continue.
Yes. Key issue. We've been working for universities, University of UWE. I'm representing now us, Bristol University, BAT SPA. So we come together yesterday to talk about how we can push in campaign and how we can have agenda, so that we'll know what next after.
Yeah.
What next and what to do. Yeah, so we have so many things, and again, the regional thing we also doing is the election coming up, how students can participate, and how important it is for them to know this election really means a lot for them. Yeah, so.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure students and staff together both might be happy to hear about all the stuff you've been talking. And congratulations for you and Bethel for leading a whole month of Black History Month, which was amazing and successful events. And all the best for all your other campaigns and your team's campaigns throughout this academic year. Looking for all the other stuff the student union and the UWE community is doing for this year. Thank you, Sam, for coming to our podcast. Is there any other last message or something you want to tell to our students?
Before the last message also, it's not just me, myself, and Beth. It's everybody. You yourself, you were there, you contributed, Krish contributed, so that people would not just feel like, oh, co-lead means just those two people. It was everybody that actually contributed, and you yourself, you were at the Hall of Fame, and big congratulations to you. It was really nice, you having impactful life to students and the society you come from. It was kudos to you, and
thank you
to every other person also there. And my last this to every student is they should get engaged, speak to us if they see us. If they have anything bothering them, they should speak to us. We are there because of them. We are opened, and our offices are open, wide open for everybody to come and knock. And
so listen to our President, Student Union President Sam. Please come and visit us. We are always here for you. Thank you, Sam, for attending our podcast. Thank you for coming on UWE Bus podcast.
Thank you.
See you on the next podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.